Hey guys, I said on Facebook I was dyeing my hair and you guys wanted to see a video color, and it's the Revlon, and this is the Color Silk. I've used this color honestly for years. I used to be blonde, but I still use the Revlon and it works for me. I really like it. I think it leaves your hair in really good condition afterwards. And this shade is in number 12, Natural Blue Black. So it looks like that. And I just take it out of the box and you get this little squeeze bottle, and then you get your developer that you add into it, and then you of course get your instructions with your gloves on there. I normally use the gloves from Sally's, but I actually ran out, so don't need that. I use a bowl, and I think you can get this for like $3 at Sally's as well, and this brush I think was $1 something, so definitely like that just for doing roots and things like that. You're also going to need a shower cap. I ran out of shower caps, so I'm going to use just a plastic bag for after we apply it, or a shower cap. It holds the heat in and it really infuses the color, I guess, and makes the color, you know, develop a lot faster. So I'm just going to use a plastic bag. Like I said, if you take my developer out of the bottle, okay, and I'm just going to put that all in here. And then take your developer. Like I said, if you use different brands, I know some come with 3 different things that you mix in together. Just read the instructions, mix it how it tells you, and then you can do it that way. Or if you're just buying the developer and the color at Sally's, then you'll just have, normally I do 50-50 if I do it like that. So it looks kind of like oil and lotion. So then we're just going to take our brush and just kind of mix it up. You'll see the two infuse and you'll see the color change. It'll start changing colors. Right now it's like a yellowish color, kind of color. Normally turns like a purple. Now if you have a lot of gray hair to cover up, I would apply this to your gray hair first. A lot of people say semi-permanent is a little bit better than permanent. I've always personally used permanent. I've had no problems with it. But if your hair grows fast or you're dyeing it a lot, I would definitely say try to use semi-permanent. That way by the time it washes out, you're ready to recolor anyway, and it's not going to really make a difference. I'm just not sure on the fading, how that would fade. My hair is dark, and I noticed a lot of blacks that my friends have tried and things like that do fade. This is pretty much my natural hair color. My last video, everybody's like, I didn't see the difference. But if you look at my roots, you can tell the difference. Like my natural hair color comes down. So you can tell. I do have some grays, sadly but true. And you can see this dye is changing colors. Also a trick, petroleum jelly. You can use really any kind of petroleum jelly base, I guess, thing. You can apply that around your hairline, and I would go normally 2 strands the whole way around. I don't use this method actually a lot. I think there's a better trick actually to it, because even with petroleum jelly sometimes you do get stains, but this is like kind of like almost like a water resistant to the dye. It doesn't stick to the dye and it'll wipe off a lot easier. But I'll show you what I normally do, and if you're scared about getting it back behind your hairline, make sure you do that. So make sure you have an old shirt on. I always use my husband. I know he loves that. And I'm sure my hair is going to look amazing. And then if you're wondering, I am working actually on a sleeve right now. So if my arm looks different, it is. It's just not done yet. Should be done in a couple weeks. Ready to color. You can add your gloves on. This says to leave in your hair this exact color, I guess, for about 25 to 30 minutes, 25 to 45 minutes. I think I normally leave it on about 35. Have them on. What I normally do is I do the hairline first, so I push this back. Hopefully this is going to be good. I know I'm not looking into the camera, I'm looking at my screen, so I can kind of see what I'm doing. At the same time trying to explain to you guys. So I'm just going to take my brush and just flatten it and just pat it down. Come in backwards, and you can go like this a little bit to make sure you're getting into the roots, and back at the same time. I do like these brushes. They're really stiff and kind of precise. Make sure you get your hair lined by your ear. This is hard to do it inside the camera, my camcorder. You can always flip your brush over and use that, because hair dye does get on both sides of that. So you're just coming back. I would come back on your roots about 2 inches or so until you get all your roots covered. And then we'll do my hair is actually kind of long, so do that the whole way around. I won't make you guys watch me do this. I'll just do the perimeter of my hair and I'll show you how I section it off and do it. Hopefully I don't get ink on my camera. Ah. Wow, my hair just keeps getting better and better. So I colored this half of my roots and this half. What I'm going to do now is just kind of go down the shafts of my hair. Like I said, I have a ton of hair, so I did this already once, but just kind of coat the top of it. That for last. I'll show you how to do the back. It's pretty much the same, only it's a little bit trickier. If you have one of those trifold mirrors in your bathroom, that would be amazing, but obviously I don't. So what I do is just section it off. Okay, section it off like that. And I'm going to just paint my roots like this, and then get the back. And I'm going to paint actually the whole way down with the back while I have it out. And kind of work through with my fingers. You want to get a little bit more dye on your brush than you would normally your roots, and just kind of work it down. And then paste them as well. Coat them. Okay, and then just kind of work that into the rest of your hair that was already dyed. Okay, section off another piece of hair. I'm going to finish that and I will show you what's next. Okay, so now that I saturated my hair, I'm just going to actually twist it up like this. And I rolled it kind of like almost in a bun, like that. And I actually have a good bit of hair dye left, which is impressed because normally I run out or really cutting it close. So I'm just going to kind of squish it to my head and kind of paste it down so it doesn't move and I don't have like stray hairs falling down like this one, dyeing my neck. Make sure you have an even color, like you'd be washing your hair or something. Get down kind of like in a just rolled up hot mess. You can also use like a big tooth comb and kind of work through it. I think that's kind of a little bit hard on your hair, so I wouldn't recommend that. I would just recommend rubbing it in with your fingers like I did. Now, if you have a shower cap, that would be great. If not, you can be like me and use a black bag. And this one's from Giant Eagle. This is going to look really attractive. It really helps with the hair process though, so just kind of stick your hair all in there. Like that. And I always twist mine here and tuck it under. And then I suck out the air. I know, it looks bad. But what are you going to do? Okay, 45 minutes. And if you have extra hair dye on here, save it because I'm going to show you a trick on how to get your hair dye actually off your skin that you don't want dyed. This is your first time checking it. You can check like, just strand check it, I guess, before you wash it out. But yeah, I will be back in 45 minutes. Okay, so I know I keep getting hotter every clip that I do with this. So I had my bag on. I left it on for about 35-40 minutes. I actually forgot about the time, so it's probably 40 minutes. Like I said, you can just read your box, read your instructions, and then I would add normally like 5 minutes onto boxed hair dye. It always works out better for me, but black takes really good, so depending on what kind of color you're using. So take my bag off, and my hair stayed up pretty good. So we slicked it down really good. And as you can tell, even with the Vaseline on there, you do get a little bit of mess. So what you want to do is just take anything. I'm just using toilet paper so you can see it's coming off. And if it doesn't come off, like, and you're panicking, really don't worry. Color takes off color. So what you do is just take a little bit on your fingers like that and just rub it in when you're washing your hair off. I know this is going to freak some people out, but trust me, it works. It'll take the color right off. So you can rinse your hair in the sink, or I normally just get in the shower. It kind of makes a lot of a mess, especially if you're dyeing your hair darker color, and I have a white sink, and my husband's already going to be mad at me because I got it all over the sink anyway. So I normally just rinse it off actually in the shower, and then I just hose my shower down after I get out. But this stuff that they actually send you, that comes in the box, it's the Revlon Color Stay Conditioner. This stuff actually works amazing. Like, I wish I could buy this in a bottle because that's how good it works. So it says only use half. I have a lot of hair, so I just use this whole packet on there, and then I follow up in a couple days with the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle, and I use that pretty much on a weekly basis, and it keeps my hair really nice and soft, because I do a lot of damage to it, like dyeing it, frying it, you know, straightening it, curling it, whatever, blow drying it. So I'm going to rinse my hair out because I know I look like a hot mess right now. Like I said, just when you're rinsing your hair, you can just rub all around. Take some of the dye and just rub it around. Don't worry, it's not going to stain your skin. I promise you it'll come off if you work with the color on the color. So yeah, I'm going to rinse it off. Okay, so I'm just out of the shower, and as you can tell, it all came off my forehead. This is what I would recommend. It's the Equate sensitive skin, and what it is it's just like the Clean and Clear. It says compare to Clean and Clear. I've seen this Equate and it was like half the price of the Clean and Clear, and I promise you it's the same exact stuff. It smells the same, it works just as the same, and it's like actually amazing. So I just normally put a little bit on a cotton ball, but I didn't grab one, so I just put a little bit on there, and then you can rub, you know, if you did get a spot somewhere, and it comes right off. I recommend just using a wide tooth comb to kind of comb through it. I would start at the bottoms and work your way up, which I already did, so my hair's, but always start at the bottom and hold it here, and then kind of step it up and comb it, because you did just dye it, and that is damaging your hair. You don't want to put like a really thin tooth comb in there and then start here and just start pulling, because your hair can start breaking, and it'll get like elasticy like, and it'll start breaking off, and that's how you get like a lot of flyaways and things like that. So I just used the conditioner actually that came with it, and as you can tell, like, I didn't brush this side of my head, and it's going through like amazing, and like I said, my hair is super long. So that's enough to do all my hair, and I use the whole envelope of it, and it works really good. I wouldn't wash your hair right away after you dye it. I would try to wait like a day or two. Make sure when you're rinsing the hair dye out of your hair, make sure you rinse it until it goes clear. Even if you don't, like, make sure you're scrubbing your scalp and really massaging it, and take the extra time to rinse it out, because if you don't, you will get an itchy scalp, and it'll be like not. I would wait to wash your hair like 1 or 2 days, and you can use the dry shampoo. The dry shampoo one, and you can get this at Sally's. And when I spray it on, I'm not going to spray it on obviously now, but when I spray it on, it does come in white, but you just massage it in and it goes in clear, and you can't really tell even on my dark hair. So this will get you through the day or two that you don't want to wash your hair, especially if it gets a little bit greasy. To dye your hair, don't wash it. And then wait a day, don't wash it, and then dye it. The dye seems to stick a lot better. When your natural oils in your hair and stuff are built up, it'll sink in a little bit better, and it'll last, the color will last longer. So I'm not going to actually dry mine, because I normally let my hair air dry, just because I like to save it for damage and stuff like that. I really don't blow dry my hair too often, so I'm going to leave it go, and my husband and my kids are sleeping anyway. My hair dryer is like super loud, but you get the picture. I mean, really, I didn't change like my hair color at all. I just was touching up my roots. Put a picture of what my hair looks like normally, and I mean, it's nothing really all that exciting. I mean, I do it normally really fast. So hopefully that was helpful. If you guys have any questions or requests, definitely just ask. Take care.